First I was like, dude. Then 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 I was like, dude. Now I don't want to alarm anyone. Is your debrincat making too much noise all the time?
I haven't really prepared for this.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Hawks Recap. My name is Clay. Thank you for tuning in. The Blackhawks just completed their 42nd game of the shortened 56-game schedule. First game of this 5-game road trip, and they started off very poorly, but then they kind of finished starting it off very goodly. What I'm trying to say is the Blackhawks got the win tonight, 4-2 over the Columbus Blue Jackets. Now, we did get some news heading into the game tonight. It was announced that Mattias Janmark was getting held out of the lineup due to an organizational decision, which pretty much just means that he's going to be traded before the trade deadline on Monday. Now, that doesn't really come to much of a surprise. However, what was kind of a surprise was the fact that Carl Soderberg was inserted into the lineup in his place. And why that's a little bit of a surprise is because Soderberg's kind of in the same camp as Janmark. We signed both these guys to a one-year deal this past offseason, knowing that there was a very good chance that both of them would be used as trade bait during the deadline. Well, if you're going to hold out Janmark, you'd think you'd also hold out Soderberg too. But who knows? Maybe there's not, as much talk or interest from other teams for Soderberg like there is for Janmark, and so that's kind of the difference. That still doesn't mean that Soderberg can't be traded before Monday. It's just kind of interesting. Blackhawks rolling into this road trip, coming off a loss against the Dallas Stars, which sent them 4 points back of Nashville for that fourth and final playoff spot. So this was a big game for the Hawks to get back on track and keep pace with that push for the playoffs. But it didn't start very well at all. Just a minute and 3 seconds into the game, the Blue Jackets take a shot from the point, and the puck finds its way past Lankinen. It was tough to tell if it was deflected by another Blue Jackets player or possibly by Duncan Keith. It was also tough to tell if maybe Lankinen just didn't see the puck very well, maybe got screened by Keith. Nonetheless, the puck goes in, and the Blue Jackets have an early 1-0 lead. And then just 2 minutes after that, the Blackhawks fail to clear the puck, turn the puck over. Puck goes to Cam Atkinson, who is all alone in the slot, and he redirects it past Lankinen and in. And just about 3 minutes into this game, the Blue Jackets have a 2-0 lead through 4 shots on goal, while the Blackhawks have 0 shots on goal. The Blackhawks came out so flat in this game, it was so worrisome that head coach Jeremy Colliton, who absolutely detests using his timeouts, called his one and only timeout 3 minutes into this game. Obviously, Coach Colliton had some pretty choice words for his players during that timeout, but to be honest, he probably didn't have to say anything at all. Just the act of him calling his one and only timeout 3 minutes into this game should have been enough for the players to understand the gravity of this situation. Adam Boak was probably out there being like, guys, why are we heading to the bench? The TV timeout's not for another 3 minutes. Oh. I'm pretty sure DeBrincat and Strome's dogs were even trying to hide from Coach Colliton. They can't see me if I just stare into this wall. Thankfully, the message seemed to get across because the Hawks played much better after that. They also got a couple power play opportunities, which certainly helped them gain some momentum. And thankfully, they converted on one of them. A nice little fake shot and pass from DeHaan to Alex DeBrincat, who rips home the one-timer from the left-hand dot. Makes it a 2-1 game halfway through the first period. And then with just about 3 minutes left to go in the first period, the Blackhawks would tie this game up. Soderberg wins a draw in the offensive zone, which was kind of a theme in this game. Blackhawks won a good chunk of the draws. The stats only say they won 54%, but it seemed like a lot more than that, which usually means they won draws in some pretty key situations pretty frequently. So that was a big positive of this game. Soderberg wins the draw, gets back to the point, shot gets towards the net, but it gets kind of blocked in the slot area. Big scramble for the puck, and the puck eventually is lying kind of close to the goalie, Merzlikins, who tries to poke check it, but Soderberg's stick gets there first, and the puck goes into the back of the net, and this game is tied 2-2 heading into the second period. The Blue Jackets may have had the first 4 shots on goal in this game, but the Blackhawks ended up outshooting them 9-5 in that first period, which tells you the turnaround that happened after that timeout, and that good play would continue into the second period. Hawks do a great job killing off a penalty early in that middle frame, and then just 3 minutes in, the Hawks would take the lead. Wyatt Kalynuk with a shot from the point. It takes a couple deflections, squeaks by Merzlikins, squeaks by the goal line, just barely by the goal line, like it had to be on its edge to get by the goal line. It's called a good goal, it gets reviewed, it gets upheld as a good goal, then the Blue Jackets challenge for goaltender interference because they think Hagel ran into Merzlikins, and there was a little bit of contact, but the refs deemed it as incidental contact outside the crease, so they say that's okay. Goal stands, and Wyatt Kalynuk has his first career NHL goal on Wisconsin. Oh, a lot of first career NHL goals this season for the Hawks and their rookies. A lot of them happening against the Blue Jackets. I'm sure they're sick of it by now, but I'm not. Hawks take the lead 3-2 early in the second period. The Blackhawks would end up outshooting the Blue Jackets 16-7 in that second period, but they were having a little bit of trouble finding the back of the net to extend their lead. However, that would change with just over 3 minutes left to play. A gorgeous stretch pass from Adam Boqvist finds Alex DeBrincat at the far blue line. He then finds a trailing Kirby Dach, who usually in that situation, that player, that trailing forward, would shoot the puck. Well, instead, Kirby Dach makes a beautiful little pass over to Dylan Strome, sets him up from the one-timer right in his wheelhouse, and new Dad Powers Strome, he's not going to miss that. He buries it, and the Hawks are up 4-2 heading into the third period. Now, the Hawks would end up kind of turtling a bit in that third period. They got outshot by the Blue Jackets 14-3 in that final frame, but thankfully, Lankinen made some really big saves in that third period, and the Hawks preserved their 2-goal lead. Now, Laine would end up scoring with about 50 seconds left in the game. Blue Jackets had their goalie pulled at that point in time, but that would be it. Hawks hang on to this one and win. Final score 4-3. So a big win for the Hawks tonight, especially coming back from 2 goals down early in this game. This game could have very easily gotten away from them, but they turned it around, got the victory, got the 2 points, and to add to it, the Nashville Predators ended up losing tonight 3-0 to the Tampa Bay Lightning. So the Hawks are now only 2 points back of that 4th and final playoff spot. Now the next game against Columbus is on Monday, which is also the trade deadline day. So it'll be interesting to see what happens to Janmark prior to then. Also potentially Soderberg. Maybe we hold him out of that game on Monday for trade reasons. It'll be interesting to see if we use that to get Brett Connolly into the lineup, who we just acquired recently from the Panthers in a trade, and also possibly Riley Stillman, who we acquired the same way, because DeHaan got injured in the second period, left tonight's game with a hip injury. We don't know how long he's going to be out. Potentially an opening for a defenseman such as Riley Stillman to get into the lineup. We'll see. We'll talk about those things as they happen, as well as trades. Yeah, gonna be an interesting next 24-48 hours. Now, just an FYI, I do have a beer league playoff game late Sunday afternoon, right as the Masters is ending. Perfect timing. So if a trade does happen right around then, please be understanding. Probably won't have a video for it until Sunday evening. So apologies in advance about that. But that's for future us to worry about. Present us, we need to worry about the fact that this week has ended, and it is now time for me to award the Hawks Recap Blackhawk Player of the Week award for this week. And this week it is going to a player who had 4 points in 3 games, 2 goals and 2 assists. I mentioned his pets earlier. Yeah, this is going to Alex DeBrincat. So congratulations to Alex for once again winning this prestigious and historic award. And with that, I'm going to end this video. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Hawks Recap. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments section below. Like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate that as always. But most importantly, stay safe, make good decisions, and I'll see you next time.